Rapper Kanye West is facing allegations in a lawsuit for claiming that Kim Kardashian has Jewish masters. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kanye West, the well-known rapper and entrepreneur who now goes by the name Yeezy, has found himself in the middle of another serious controversy. A new lawsuit filed in California on November 14 has accused him of making repeated offensive comments and treating people around him poorly during his time running his companies. These accusations come from a former employee named Murphy Aficionado, who says working for Yeezy was extremely difficult and disturbing. Murphy Aficionado worked closely with Yeezy for about 9 months between the years 2022 and 2023. During this time, he was part of Yeezy's media and fashion company Yeezy, as well as the private school Donda Academy. According to what Aficionado says in the lawsuit, working in those places felt like living through a nightmare. He claims that every single day was filled with troubling conversations and uncomfortable situations, many of them caused by Yeezy himself. The lawsuit explains that Yeezy often spoke about Jewish people in a very negative way. These weren't just random remarks, but something that reportedly happened nearly every day. According to Aficionado, Yeezy would go on rants about how Jewish people were responsible for many of the problems he believed he was facing in his personal and professional life. Sometimes he would talk about how they were targeting him, and other times he would say they were in control of his ex-wife Kim Kardashian and her family. Aficionado said Yeezy would mention that they were the ones who controlled Kim and even referred to them as Kim's masters, a term that made the claims sound even more serious. Yeezy and Kim Kardashian were married for 8 years and had 4 children together before finalizing their divorce in 2022. Their split became more public and difficult as time passed, especially after Kim tried to support Yeezy during his struggles with his mental health. But according to Aficionado's lawsuit, Yeezy showed no signs of moving on from the separation in a healthy way and instead made upsetting claims about Kim's private life. One of the most alarming things Yeezy allegedly said, as stated in the lawsuit, was that Jewish people were the reason his bank account had been frozen. He is claimed to have said that they were trying to take his money, and he believed they were actively working against him. He also reportedly believed they were trying to take away his children and that Kim was being influenced by them. These new claims are just the latest in a series of troubling actions Yeezy has been accused of in recent years. He has made many public statements that people found hurtful or offensive. In one of the most shocking moments, Yeezy once said during an interview that he saw good things about Hitler. He also posted messages on social media saying he was going DEFCON 3 inches on Jewish people, which many saw as a dangerous and threatening comment. Because of statements like these, Yeezy lost big business deals, including a partnership with Adidas, which was worth a lot of money. The lawsuit also touches on some very uncomfortable situations that Aficionado says happened while he worked for Yeezy. He says that Yeezy would often behave in ways that showed no respect for other people's feelings or comfort. For example, one time Yeezy allegedly invited Aficionado to a hotel room so they could work together. But instead of a normal work setting, Aficionado said he was forced to sit in the room while Yeezy was in the next room being physically intimate with his then-girlfriend, Bianca Censori. Aficionado said the situation made him feel extremely awkward and uncomfortable, and he had no choice but to sit and listen while it was happening. In another situation, Aficionado said something similar happened again, this time involving a masseuse. Again, he said he felt helpless and disrespected, and that these experiences left him feeling emotionally hurt and dehumanized. He also said he felt like he had no power in those situations and that he showed no concern for how his actions affected others. Now, Aficionado is asking for justice. Through the lawsuit, he is requesting financial compensation for money he says he is still owed from his work. But more importantly, he's asking for compensation for the emotional and psychological harm he says he suffered while working under Yeezy. His lawyer, William Reed, has come forward to say that the purpose of the lawsuit is not just about money. He says it's about making Yeezy realize that his behavior has serious consequences and that treating people in this way is unacceptable in any workplace or in any part of society. Reed also said that Yeezy's actions continue to show a deep lack of respect for others, especially women. He believes Ye's offensive words and behavior have gone on for too long without consequences, and this lawsuit is a way of trying to hold him accountable. As of now, there has been no official response from Ye or anyone representing him about the lawsuit. It's not clear how he plans to respond or whether he will address the accusations publicly. But this is not the first time Ye has been at the center of major public criticism, and it adds to a growing list of issues that continue to affect his reputation. Ye's life has taken many twists and turns in the public eye. From being a successful music artist and fashion designer to facing backlash for his controversial statements, he remains one of the most talked about public figures. But many now feel that his actions have gone too far and that he needs to be held responsible. This lawsuit brings up serious concerns about how people in powerful positions treat those who work for them. Aficionado's story has touched many people because it highlights how difficult it can be to speak up when someone famous or powerful is involved. Many former employees of public figures stay silent out of fear of not being believed, or because they're worried about how it might affect their careers. But Aficionado decided to come forward, and his lawyer believes that this step might help bring about change. It's also important to remember that behind these headlines are real people who are deeply affected by the things that happen in these situations. Aficionado isn't just an employee filing a complaint, he's a person who says he was deeply hurt by someone he once worked closely with. His goal, through the legal process, is not just about making Ye pay money, but about making sure this kind of treatment doesn't continue. Many people are now watching closely to see what will happen next. Will Ye respond to the lawsuit? Will he deny the claims, or will there be more people coming forward with similar stories? These questions remain unanswered for now, but what's clear is that the conversation around Ye's actions is far from over. As the story continues to unfold, it reminds everyone of how important it is to treat people with respect and dignity, no matter how successful or famous someone is. Power and fame should not be used as an excuse to hurt or belittle others. A working environment, no matter how fast-paced or creative it is, should be a place where people feel safe and respected. That is what this lawsuit is trying to highlight, and it's why so many are paying attention to what comes next. These new claims are just the latest in a series of troubling actions Ye has been accused of in recent years. He has made many public statements that people found hurtful or offensive. In one of the most shocking moments, Ye once said during an interview that he saw good things about Hitler. He also posted messages on social media saying he was going DEFCON 3 inches on Jewish people, which many saw as a dangerous and threatening comment. Because of statements like these, Ye lost big business deals, including a partnership with Adidas, which was worth a lot of money. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.